The Chicago Bulls and their fans have now had 3 days to wonder, what kind of cruel, fickle game is this? Sunday afternoon, they led the Lakers by 2 points with half a minute to play. The worst they could expect was a tie and overtime, right? But then suddenly there was Magic Johnson and Sam Perkins. A concussion in Chicago Stadium.
He's got it! He went for the shot from downtown to take the lead.
It was a cold flash that reminded the Lakers are tested, experienced in these situations. The Bulls are in the finals for the first time. Still, the home fans caught a breath. Okay, we've seen this before. We've got Michael Jordan. Michael will take the last shot. And he did, except... So tonight, knowing the next 3 games are in Los Angeles, the Bulls face a must-win. If they don't get it, their passionate fans could be seeing the last game in this building until November. That's how cruel and fickle the game can be at this level, the NBA Finals.
You ready to rotate up? You ready to rotate up?
Michael at the foul line. A shot on the air. Good! Bulls win!
This is the NBA on NBC. The 1991 NBA Finals. Tonight, Game 2 between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Chicago Bulls.
An early June night in the Windy City, the view from outside Chicago Stadium, home of Michael Jordan and his Bulls. Their opponents in the finals arrived an hour and 45 minutes prior to the tip, led by Game 1 hero Sam Perkins and their other series headliner, Magic Johnson. A minute or so later, Jordan stepped out of his car, hoping for a second chance to send the stadium fans into basketball ecstasy. The Chicago faithful will fill this stadium for the 190th consecutive time. It is, no doubt, the most important game of that sellout streak. The atmosphere here before Sunday's opener was giddy, almost carnival-like. And while there's plenty of excitement and passion here right now, there is also tension, because the simple arithmetic is this: no team has ever lost the first 2 games in the NBA Finals on their home court and then gone on to win the title. Hello, everybody. I'm Bob Costas, along with Pat Riley. Pat, as you see it, the key is for the Bulls not to take the Game 1 loss to heart in terms of adjustments. Your experience in this situation, the last of the 4 Laker titleists you coached lost the first game to the Pistons on their home floor in 1988 and came back to win.
And Bob, that's the key issue right now. If they were to read all of the newspapers and listen to all the criticism about what they have to do in this game, they will go crazy. I'm sure that Phil Jackson knows exactly what has to be done to get his team to play to another level. Don't over-adjust. Just do what you do a little bit better. They played 103 games. They held the Lakers to 93 points and allowed them to shoot 45%. Their adjustments have to come from the offensive end. They are a team that can get 105 points in this game. They will win. Michael Jordan had 36. Scottie Pippen had 19. 4 Lakers had double figures. Paxson, Grant, and Cartwright are going to have to step up and hit the same shots they got the other night. They were good shots. The last point, Bob, Sam Perkins. Sam Perkins has become the factor in the playoffs for the Lakers, and they're going to have to find an answer for him tonight.
Yeah, he had 26 points in the Game 6 closeout of Portland on Thursday with Worthy hobbling, then 22 plus the game-winning 3-pointer in Game 1 here on Sunday. Now, a new look, Pat Riley and I, this thing is going dry by halftime. New look Riley back with us after the second quarter. For now, to the call of the game, here's Marv Albert with former Hawks coach Mike Fratello. Marv?
All right, Bob, and on Sunday afternoon in Game 1, Michael Jordan had an exceptional individual individual performance. 36 points, 12 assists, and 8 rebounds. But as we have seen, when Michael explodes early, as he did in game 1, his teammates do not get involved. They do not get the balanced scoring. Mike, do you see the Bulls changing their philosophy away from what took place on Sunday afternoon?
Marv, no question. Michael Jordan was ready for game 1, exploding for 15 points in the first quarter. But the problem we anticipated, how much work, energy would be used, eventually surfaced. At the offensive end of the floor, the points didn't come easy. Consistently going against 2, sometimes 3 defenders before getting a shot off. At the defensive end, the assignment of guarding Magic Johnson required bumps, physicalness to slow him down, giving up inches and pounds. So much so that during the third quarter, Michael asked for a break, tried to regroup. In the fourth quarter, saddled with 5 personal fouls, thanks to the guarding of Magic Johnson. The big shot came up short. It certainly wasn't Michael Jordan's fault that the Bulls lost game 1. But if they are to win game 2, they need more even distribution from the other players. 3 of the other starters, only 18 points, shooting 9 for 23 for the floor. They had even distribution on the way to the finals.
Going into this championship series, we felt that it would be a matchup of Bulls tempo versus Lakers tempo. Well, game 1, it was clear-cut. Los Angeles Laker basketball, they control the pace.
The Lakers are 5-2 on the road in the playoffs, and Phil Jackson hit it on the head, saying the slow-down style of the Lakers makes them an even better road team. It lulls the opponent to sleep, takes the crowd out of the game, keeps the score close, gives them a chance to win in the end. The telltale signs from game 1, the free throw line. 34 attempts to 18, picking up 14 more points from the line for the Lakers. The second thing, the three-point weapon, picking up an additional 4 points, shooting 5 for 10 as opposed to 1 for 7. Even though Chicago's defense was excellent in game 1, the Lakers found a way to pick up the extra points they needed from the foul line and three-point line.
All right, when we come back, the always theatric Chicago Stadium introduction of the starting lineups as we approach a desperation game for the Chicago Bulls as the Magic and Michael show rolls on.
The NBA on NBC is brought to you by your Toyota dealers and their quality line of cars and trucks. Toyota, I love what you do for me. By the Prudential, come to the companies of the Prudential and build your future on the rock. By Gatorade Thirst Quencher, Gatorade for that deep down body thirst. And by AT&T, the right choice.
We welcome you back to Chicago Stadium for the introduction of the starting lineups. Let's join with Ray Clay on the public address.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Chicago Bulls welcome the world's greatest fans to the Chicago Stadium, the noisiest arena in the NBA. I'm Ray Clay, and tonight's NBA Finals Game 2 is between the Los Angeles Lakers and your Chicago Bulls. Now for tonight's lineups. First for the visiting Los Angeles Lakers. At forward, from North Carolina, 6'9", Sam Perkins. At the other forward, from North Carolina, 6'9", James Worthy. At center, from Yugoslavia, 6'11", Vlade Divac. From Michigan State, at guard, 6'9", Earvin Magic Johnson. At the other guard, from Arizona State, Byron Scott. The Los Angeles Lakers are coached by Mike Dunleavy. The starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls. At forward, from Clemson, 6'10", Horace Grant. A 6'7" forward from Central Arkansas, Scotty the man in the middle from San Francisco, 7'1", Bill Cartwright. A 6'2" guard from Notre Dame, John Paxson. From North Carolina, at guard, 6'6", Michael Jordan. The head coach of the Bulls is Phil Jackson.
Yes, it is always bedlam here in Chicago when the lineups are introduced. Now to our masters of the sideline. Both Ahmad Rashad and Steve Jones will be reporting during the game. First, let's go to Ahmad.
All right, thanks, Marv. The atmosphere around the Chicago Bulls the last couple of days was nice and easy. You got to attribute that to Phil Jackson, who's kept his team even keel no matter if they win or they lose. Now, the quote from Michael Jordan was, in game one, we learned something. That was that the Lakers could beat us. Tonight, we hope to teach a lesson, and that's that we can beat the Lakers. Now over to you, Steve.
All right, Ahmad, excuse me. Magic Johnson knows about the lesson plan, and that is an all-out aggressive double team. They have prepared for the last 2 days for it. They're prepared for the backcourt double team and in the front court, and they're also prepared for this noisy crowd. Should be bedlam here in Chicago Stadium. Back to you, Mark.
All right, Stephen, we are set for game 2 of the best of 7 NBA Final. The officials, Jake O'Donnell, Mike Mathis, and Jess Kersey. Game 1 here on Sunday. Lakers 93, Bulls 91 in a game of high drama. Vlade Divac, a major factor, 16 points, 14 rebounds.